Class, lesson 3-7. Strong mathematicians can determine the correct size multiplier for a division quotient. There we go with our quotients vocabulary again. So make sure you take out your notebook, your pencil, write down today's date, the name of the lesson, and let's get started. What we have today is we've got our notes as well. Divide, multiply, subtract, check, bring down, repeat. So I'm going to focus in on this one, just kind of mention that what happens if we check right here and we notice our 6 is greater than 4. What do we do? Well, we could erase the whole problem and start over. That's one way, but sometimes you might be erasing a lot if you keep guessing wrong numbers. Well, here we can just say, okay, I checked. Wait, I can't bring down because this is bigger. If I had another 1 up here, 1 times 4 would be 4. Now I'm left with 2. I could continue on my problem doing the rest of it, right? So 6, I'm going to do this now. You talked me into it. 6 times 4 is 24, minus 2. Bring down the 8. That would be 7. 7 times 4 is 28. This is a 0. So now my answer, if I have a 1 above the 6, well, now I really would add those two together. So my answer would be 767. You'll notice this is exactly the same problem that we had yesterday. So it might look familiar to you. But that's what I would do instead. You could erase it and try that as well. You could just take your 6 and put a big 7 over it. So there are different ways to do if you don't choose the right dividend right away. So don't worry, don't panic. There's some strategies to get us through that situation. And now, same thing, just more practicing our skill of division. So once again, try to beat me, try to match me, try to match the same answer. So pause the video, give them a shot, and see if your answer matches my answer. 8 can go into 5. Nope, so 1 right here is 51. Let's see, I'm going to go with 6. 6 times 8 is 48. Going to subtract. 51 minus 48 is 3. 8, 3 is less than 8. Bring down the 2. 8 can go into 32 4 times. 4 times 8 is 32, which gives me a 0. Need to bring down the 5. Said, oh, here we go. So is this 5 my remainder? Is 5 my, ooh, geez, this is a good question here. I had to do something right here. I think I need to put a 0 here because 0 times 8, I got to finish that place value first. So 0 times 8 is 0, which gives me a 5. Now my remainder is 5. A lot of times people will forget about this 0 right here and write 64 with a remainder of 5. But if I would multiply that, I realize that 64 times 8 is nowhere close to being 5,000. So it's also another way how we use multiplication to check our work. On to the next problem. So see if you got the same answer. If you did, pause that and record that to help you out. And here we go with this one. 5 can go into 9 one time. 1 times 5 is 5. Subtract is 4. Bring down the 5. 4 times 5 is 45 is a big number. I'm going to go with a 9. 9 times 5 is 45. A lot of practice with my math facts. 45 minus 45 is 0. Bring down the 2. All right, this is where I get hung up. So I brought down the 2, but I don't have enough, so I have to put a 0 in there. Because at place value now, I don't have enough 10s, so to put a 0 up in my 10. 0 times 5. I don't have to write, nothing changes, so I can write this down, but nothing really changes. The most important thing is that you put this 0 in that place value before you do anything else. Now I can move the other 2 down, and now 5 can go to 22 4 times that. 4 times 5 is 20, leaves me with 2. I have nothing to bring down, so that turns into my remainder of 2. So 1,904, remainder of 2. Hopefully you have the same answer, but if not, pause the video, write down my work, look at your work, see where the difference is and where you might have went wrong to learn from your mistakes. And we have a word problem. The Tropical Tour Company has 2,380 brochures to distribute equally among its 7 resort hotels. How many brochures will each hotel receive? So you pause the video or read it again, try to beat me and try to make sure your answer matches mine. And let's have a competition, I guess, or a comparison battle to see if we get the same answer. And if not, can we be detectives and be mistake hunters, as I like to say, and learn from our mistakes? 7 can go into 23, not the 2, so it's over the hundreds place value. Very important where we put that first number. 3 times 7 is 21. Going to subtract. 23 minus 21 is 2. 2 is less than 7. Bring down the 8. 7 can go 28 4 times. 4 times 7 is 28. Gives me a 0. Bring down the other 0. Now I can't say I'm done because it wouldn't be 34, because if I multiply 34 times 7, that'd be small. Since 7 can't go into 0, I need to make sure I put a 0 in that place value. And we know it's a word problem, so you hopefully have more than just the answer. You should have 340 brochures. So you can pause the video, use this as your example to help you moving forward. It's now box 3, so you can draw a line right down box 3. Now your turn. Use any method to solve. You have the following problems: 4,018 divided by 2, 9,102 divided by 7, and 3,948 divided by 6. So pause the video, take your time, and good luck at doing your best work. You got this. And always a word problem, so we can build up our confidence understanding word problems to be able to solve. Cameron has a collection of 672 miniature helmets he displays on 8 shelves in a bookcase. If the helmets are divided equally among the shelves, how many helmets are on each shelf? So pause the video, read it again, do your work, and I'm curious to see what your answer is. Psst, and by the way, make sure you label it. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to write those down or share those out. If you have any other strategies that you use to help you, make sure you share those as well to help other students. And thanks again for another great lesson.